Yeah, you are back to work. If you're not at work, stand up and get to work. The public holiday ended yesterday, but I know some states, Katsina, I don't know which other states, one or two other states are still having a public holiday today.
Which is the right thing to do.
It's the right thing to do. Yes. So, Mr. Governor, now your hand we look you. Good morning and welcome to a Friday edition of Wake Up Nigeria. We're thrilled to kickstart your day with some Friday fever.
Definitely. We've been waiting all week for this moment, and we're definitely ready to bring the energy. We're here to ensure your day starts with joy, laughter, and positivity.
There's plenty of positivity. You know why?
Why?
There's fish head looking at me.
Fish? Well, you don't eat fish now.
It's fish head.
It's fish head.
Who's I don't eat fish?
You eat fish now.
Who's I don't eat fish? It's prawns I don't eat. But the fish head is just looking at me.
Out of all the seafood, is the most...
It's the fish head that's looking at me. Why prawns are that special?
Yeah. They're too special.
They're not. Well, come on. Well, it's... You see the thing with today, like we said, and all people were not waiting for Friday because some had to go to work. But some other people, maybe if you work for yourself and all of that, they're getting to chill and all of that. We've got a perfect mix of entertainment to get you into the weekend.
Definitely. It's Friday. I know how we do it here on Friday. It's really chill. We have so much to talk about. Great conversations. Definitely. We have delicious food.
Oh.
And of course, our chef is prepping.
Chef Belinda is around. We'll get to see her later. She has, I don't know what she has in store for us, but like I said, there's one fish with the eye looking at me like that. And I say, I'll get...
Which island?
I like that. I like that. She says, well, it's pride when you have gone to different islands. You have played with shark, you have played with dolphin. You have swum in the Pacific. I mean, where is it? Indian? And all of that. So, yeah. But it's like a competition and all of that. And so we'll have some models in the house. We're going to have some beautiful people in the house whenever you talk about models. But I love... I don't know if there's this Sudanese model then, is it Alekwek or something, where, people always had this idea that models had to be light-skinned and they had to be all of that. And, it makes even a lot of people, even in Nollywood today, you see a number of ladies who want to...
Establish.
Exactly. They want to establish. Or they have established because they feel like, a light skin. I'm very sure, even from the days of Agbani Darego, that has been broken down, but it's still prevalent where a number of ladies or people think that you have to be light-skinned for you to succeed, maybe as a model or anything in front of the TV or something.
So that's the thing. So, people have their personal preferences. And it's truth, even brands, they have their purpose because they believe certain their products probably gel better with certain people, certain tools and everything. But to be very, very honest, in this day and time, not anymore. Now the models that we see literally in the top spots are the ones that are really dark because of the whole issue of inclusivity. So everybody tries. So aside skin color, we're talking body size as well. We have Rihanna. She did like a fashion show not too long ago, and then she had all skin tones. Even albinos, she had dark, she had slim, she had plus size, she had so many, the variation. And that is the most reasonable thing to do. Why? Because the human being comes in different forms, shapes, sizes, and colors.
So I think that having a plus size Miss World might be, you just have women there. Yes, whether you're plus size or whether you are size 2 or size 20, you just all compete. And beauty, like they say, can be subjective. So it's based on preferences.
I honestly believe everybody's beautiful, right? You just need to find what works.
I don't believe that.
I believe everybody's beautiful.
If everybody was beautiful, you wouldn't need the word beauty.
You think so?
Yes. There won't be a word like beauty.
Have you found somebody? Oh, you just point somebody ugly in the studio. No, now. Everybody.
So I need to call out. I need to call out Zainab, Osoyi, and Olamide Oshofa. Two of them. They are disturbing me today. But yeah, it's all fun. And of course, much more fun on the show today, yeah?
MBU. Yes, of course.
Okay, let's take a look at what the weather will be like. I'll take the news just immediately after that.
Yeah.
The news on Wake Up Nigeria. My name is Mike Mesikeno. Governor of Lagos State, Babajide Sanwo-Olu, has ordered the closure of the market at Idumota till further notice. This comes as the government embarked on an on-the-spot assessment of the situation after a fire outbreak destroyed 14 buildings. TVC News correspondent Theophilus Elama reports.
It's another day for clearing the debris occasioned by the inferno in Dosemo Street. Emergency responders are still working at ensuring that the rubble is leveled. Governor of Lagos State, Babajide Sanwo-Olu, arrives at the scene to assess the situation. Briefing newsmen, the state governor directed the closure of the market indefinitely to allow government to come up with a viable solution.
It has been announced yesterday, the markets all around will be closed today, tomorrow, until when we're able to do a full assessment and to do a proper cleanup of this entire area. I want to say without any iota of doubt that some other buildings are still going to go down. This is totally unacceptable. We will not allow a few people who will not comply with our rules, with our laws, to put the lives of others in danger.
The governor frowned at the lack of implementation of safety measures employed by the people.
So this is a call to others outside there. Government will not shy away from its responsibility. We will come really hard, and I'm repeating, we will come really, really hard on structures, on properties that will not conform with our rules. We will bring them down. We will bring them down, and I'm saying it now. Anybody. Because it's too much.
The state governor engages stakeholders who also offered suggestions to him on the way out of the menace.
Got burnt because...
Theophilus Ilama, TVC News, Lagos.
Of course, let's head to international news now. Ukraine's parliament has passed legislation to help mobilize troops to fight invading Russian forces. The measure adopted after months of wrangling is aimed at boosting numbers in the military, which is under severe pressure as Russia continues its advances in the east. But a clause aimed at demobilizing soldiers after 3 years was dropped at the army's request. The president still has to sign the bill into law. Earlier this month, Volodymyr Zelensky approved other measures, including lowering the age of mobilization by 2 years to 25. The new legislation passed on Thursday tightens registration processes and strengthens penalties for draft dodgers. Ukraine's military has been under severe pressure of late, in part due to Russia's greater manpower. A senior general told MPs before the passing of the bill that Ukrainian forces were outnumbered by Russia by between 7 and 10 to 1.
All of that. Thank you so much for staying with us. It's still a beautiful, beautiful Friday morning. And right now I have in front of me a really hardworking lady, Crystal Chigbu, who happens to be the executive producer, because we're in the TV space, of Irede Foundation, and also one of the founders of the social, tell me about
the Social Good Company.
The Social Good Company. Welcome to Wake Up Nigeria.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
It's amazing having you here. I mean, considering all the work you're doing around the world, it's really amazing. Now, tell me first about Irede Foundation.
So Irede works with children that have been amputated, either as a result of congenital issues or as a result of trauma, to help them live a full life. So everything we do at Irede, from the policies to the advocacies to the services that we provide, is to help these children and their families actually live independent lives. Because when you have someone with a disability, you realize that it's difficult to manage. And because as a nation, or even in the continent, we have so limited conversations around disability. There's limited accessibility. There is, no awareness on disability. So pretty much what we do at Irede is to help those children live a full life, and especially those that are amputated as a result of one reason or the other.
Amazing. So tell me, Irede Foundation has been on for how long now? now?
This is our 12th year as an
yeah.
organization, trying to, foster the same cause, but we've expanded the work that we do.
Yeah.
And just recently, we expanded into research of what leads to amputation in Nigeria especially, and how to mitigate against it versus, always intervening in terms of providing artificial limbs. So now we're thinking, how do we prevent those that are preventable and continue to create awareness and support the policies that are already in place for people with disabilities.
Amazing. So before I go into your research and ask you what you found out, I would like to go back a little bit and ask, why did you feel the need? I mean, why was Irede Foundation created? I understand the work it does, right? What was the reason why we got to that point and saying, okay, you know what, we want to actually do this long term? I know it's a long time back.
Yeah, but 15 years ago, I gave birth to my daughter, and she was born with a congenital limb deformity called tibia hemimelemia. And we had to amputate her right leg. And about 2 years after, she got a prosthetic limb. And so I got a bit curious, trying to understand how do other parents in the same shoes cope, especially because I didn't have anyone to share their stories with me of what was happening in Nigeria or Africa with respect to that kind of ailment. I saw a few stories around the world. And so I just wanted to share my own story to say, my daughter had the same thing. I went on ahead to do the amputation. She's back in school. She's living a full life. So pretty much it came from that point of trying to help other parents and really just create a support group that would help support other children. And then, one child led to another, and now I think we have done about 546 limbs in the last 12 years that we've started.
Now it makes sense because, I mean, this experience, this whole thing is personal to you. Now you understand the longevity of it and why 12 years and counting. So now tomorrow we're literally going to be having a walk. Now let's talk about that.
So it's Limb Loss and Limb Difference Awareness Month. So globally, there's a celebration of, why limb loss, what happens, what you need to do. And so as Irede Foundation, in the last 11 years, we have been celebrating this by creating awareness and sensitization to the public through the work that we called Out on a Limb. So we go out on a limb for children that cannot go the mile themselves. We raise funds, we create awareness and help those that can prevent it as much as possible. Because especially in Nigeria, you find out that most of the limb loss situations that you have leading to amputation is as a result of mismanaged fracture. So a child falls down, somebody has an accident, and the first place we take them to is the bone setters. We don't know whether there was actually a broken bone or not. And so this creates a lot of amputation, and it's preventable. So through this work, we do that sensitization and also helping people know that people with disability can live a full life. You can live a normal and an amazing life.
Amazing. So, I mean, this walk is open to everybody. So give us the details, location, time, all of that.
Okay, so this walk is happening in 60 locations globally. And it is happening at 7 a.m. But for those that will probably want to be at the flagship location, it's happening at number 77A, Awolowo Road, Ikoyi, Lagos. And that's the same building that is the YMCA building. We'll do a 2-kilometer walk all the way to Falomon Bridge, or let me call it, as my daughter will call it, the Chibok Bridge, Girls Bridge. So we walk all the way there and we'll walk back, just creating awareness and sensitization. But if you go to our social media pages, you will see the locations that are closest to you. So we're working from Magodo, we're working from Yaba, we're working from Ikorodu, we're working in Abuja, we're going to be working in Enugu, we're going to be working in London, we're going to be working in the US. So it's everywhere. And the idea is to bring all of our voices together for those children that cannot speak up for themselves or even take a walk. So we work on their behalf.
I think you're doing an amazing, extraordinarily amazing job. I hope your daughter will be there tomorrow.
Oh, definitely. She's going to be there. I think she's been there every year since the inception of the world.
Definitely looking forward to meeting her. And actually, I'll be there tomorrow. So definitely it's going to be an amazing time. Thank you so much for everything you do. And I'd like to talk more about this, but then again, hopefully we'll have you back to actually talk about what the post-walk was like. Right, but right now we have to go. Thank you for coming. We have to head over to the kitchen. Mike, what's cooking? What's your fish head going into?
Winfrey, focus on your walk. Don't ask me what's cooking. This is the end. Don't say anything about kitchen till Monday. Chef Belinda's in the house.
Yeah, I'm not saying that.
What are we cooking today, man? Hey, you see me holding this knife. Well, I just saw. Well, Chef Belinda, great to have you. Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome.
Thank you.
We have quite the spread over here.
Yes.
Talk to us. What are we cooking this morning?
We're making a fang soup.
All right. So we're making afang soup, yeah? Now, afang soup, where's afang soup from? Tell me a bit about afang soup.
It's south now. It's Calabar.
Exactly. And not so many people know how to cook this special soup. Even the number of people will claim that they know how to, but it's a special way. But I definitely tell you that one of the best people to learn how to do this would be Chef Belinda. Chef Belinda, let's talk about the ingredients that we're working with.
Okay. Here we have our protein.
Okay.
Beef.
Wow.
This croaker fish.
You jump one. What is with the beef?
Pomo.
Hey, Louis Vuitton. It's in leather here. We have leather here. We've got beef here. And then we've got croaker fish.
And we have series of fish. Dried fish, smoked fish.
Where is Francis, my producer? Hey, go leave this place, Francis.
I have stockfish, smoked fish,
Okporoko,
dry fish,
crayfish,
prawns, and crayfish.
What is all this?
Enough. We have to be generous.
What is all this?
You know?
All right, then we also have pepper here.
Yes, we have pepper mix.
All right, what's this?
This is oat flour.
Oat flour. Why oat flour?
I want to make swallow with that. Also have
Okay.
rice.
So you can take it with oat flour if you want, and then you can also take it with rice
yes.
if you want. So those are the options that you can use for our afang. This is water leaf.
Yes, that's what I leave. Then this is the afang.
This is the afang and all of that. Wonderful. What's this?
Seasoning. This is
Seasoning.
powder.
Wonderful. And then of course we have got
Palm
oil. Okay. Well, this is quite the mix here. Quite the mix when it comes to afang. So one of the most popular soups, like you said, south soup and all of that, and something that people can. Well, you're in for an educative and enthralling experience, because this is not just something. This is something that is beautiful for the eyes. Why the option to use so much of fish this way?
Yes, I know the people that are original, the people that own this soup.
Yeah.
The riverside, so
Yeah.
they like everything to be inside. Anything that has to do with river, they like fish. things.
Fish and all of
So
that.
that's how I will just use the types of dry fish I can lay my hands on.
Wonderful.
So the stockfish, the dry fish, the smoked fish, the dried prawns, the crayfish. So let everything just be busy.
Where's
Like
prawn?
that.
I didn't see prawn.
Dried prawns.
This prawn?
Yes, dried prawns. Because I've already broken them. And
We're going to remove this thing from this.
you don't like prawns.
We're going to remove
But this
it.
one, there's one close to crayfish now.
It's
They're
not
the
going to
younger-
come in.
they're the younger brothers. Of.
I like the way you say that.
And they are
Okay,
boiled.
so while we get started, we already have our water boiling. Why do we have water
We'll put our
boiling?
meat inside, but you want the meat to go.
No, I don't want the meat. How do you like meat, by the way? Too. I want people, there's
Mine
people that
said
like
the
meat.
meat, the chunk.
They like
he
meat
wants them to be smaller,
in
so as
smaller
you're picking
pieces.
soup, you are picking meat.
Is that
Oh,
not
yeah, go
nice?
ahead.
Is that not
Yes,
nice?
it's nice. Yeah, but you will cut them, Sha. You will do the
I
work.
will cut it.
Shall not cut your hand, join us, Sha.
As all of you, as people see me cutting now, if all of you don't eat this food, just know that Chef Belinda made me cut meat. And then you are not eating the food like that,
One
yeah?
knife is sharper than that. It's not that one that you are doing. That you are cutting as if it's, you want to saw it.
But are we going? This meat is going to be boiled. Are we going to fry the meat?
No, we're not frying.
But we want to fry. If you want to fry, what
You
also put
can
on to
fry.
fry?
If you want fried meat, you can fry. But for soup, it's really not necessary.
It will make it more juicy now. You understand? Yes, it will. Yes, it will.
I cut this thing, let's move. So while you are cutting that, I'll put the stockfish inside the water.
Okay. Let's go with that. Let's go with that.
Washed, yes.
So you guys are learning how to cook afang soup with Chef Belinda and me right here in the kitchen. All right, let's see how that goes in. Which one do you put in first? Do you have an
The
order why you
stockfish,
put
yes,
it
the
in?
stockfish because
Why?
it's harder than all other fish.
Okay.
It's hard.
Okay. Let's get this. Okay. So when you put that one, how long does it stay when you put that one?
I'm actually waiting for the meat. As soon as I finish cutting the meat, I add. So they'll boil together at least, maybe.
Okay. Maybe some will be small, some will be big, so that you have option.
Oh, I will join you. Let me get another knife and join you.
Oh yeah.
Is that not too small that you are cutting my?
It's too small.
Hey.
I mean, I'm thinking that it's still too big, Chef.
Hey.
This is looking too big,
Let me
oh.
look for another knife and join you because.
Okay.
Because we can't-
The pomo also. See the pomo.
Yes, I will cut those.
Okay.
Okay, let me cut this.
The pomo is big. Okay. You know what happens? We'll be back here very, very soon. Let myself and Chef Belinda work on the meat very soon. So that once you come back.
Meat, or you want them to be small, please make them small. That's your lot.
Once again, Olamide and Zainab, two of you. I shouldn't be pointing that thing to TV like that.
Imagine.
Olamide and Zainab. All right, well, hey, let's take a very short time. I don't go anywhere. We will be right back in the kitchen.
Continues. You know, it's Friday. Every Friday, we always bring you something fun and exciting. And on the couch with me right now is the winner of the reality TV show Models on the Island, Faith Sani. How are you?
I'm fine. I'm doing good.
Ah, you're so calm and collected.
Thank you very
Love
much.
it. Okay, so talk to us about the Models, the reality TV show Models on the Island. Never heard of it before, and here you are, winner. Okay, so talk to us about it. What is it about?
Models on the Island reality show season 10. This show is kind of similar to Big Brother Nigeria.
Okay.
But this involves in modeling, building up yourself, teaching you how to be confident. Back then, we were 39 contestants in the house.
Okay.
And we were all competing for the grand prize, which is 4 million water prize. Then, but one thing is about we had a captain in the house. It's the captain who oversees the house.
How many weeks were you required to
3
stay in the
weeks.
house?
3 weeks.
For 3 weeks, okay.
Yes.
No phones?
No phones.
No access to
No access to anything,
to family,
internet.
friends, nothing?
But every 30 minutes a day, they give us a non-browsing phone. But if you didn't come with a non-browsing phone, you won't make call unless you beg one of the contestants in the house. You won't call your family. And it's always in the night they give us our phone, just for 30 minutes.
Okay.
And there was a time we had our dry week. Oh my God. Dry week in the sense that they gave us less of food, less of water.
Are you serious?
Yes. Just
so you guys were fasting?
Something, I won't call it fasting, but something like that.
Okay.
Just for us to build ourselves, learn to
Mental
control our
resilience.
exactly.
And your physical look.
Thank you. Then in the house, the captain always calls us out. We do aerobics, which is exercise. In the morning, we go for exercise around 6. Around 7, our modeling instructor is around. He teaches us how to work, how to act like a model, just practicing and practicing and practicing. Our captain can call us anytime, even in the night when we are sleeping for a task. They always give us tasks.
So you've went through a series of tasks.
Different.
You know, different tasks.
Acting, he can call you right now, act like a mad woman.
So you can act like a mad woman.
I just have to, acting, they can just give you any character, you just have to be. That's why it's called acting, you have to portray.
Okay, so let's talk about you.
Okay.
What was your mindset when you went into the house? What was it you were gunning for? What were your expectations, getting into the competition in the first place?
My expectation getting into the competition, I was just like, let me go for this show. At first, a lot of people discouraged me. They were like, this could be scam. I would just say, Models on the Island, you guys should come, no phones, and we know how dangerous Nigeria is about this issue of kidnapping and all. How do you think it's real? I was like, okay, let me just give it a try. There's no harm trying. Then I chatted their Instagram handle. I went for this show. I was like, Mom, it's real. She was like, okay, cool. Back then, when I was in the house, I was like, let me just be here. I didn't even take it serious at first. But when I started seeing people putting in their best, I was like, whoa, this is beyond my expectation. I have to come in with my best.
What was your best?
My best? I would say my talent is my best because that makes me different from others. And I would say based on the fact I'm flexible, I was able to outshine some contestants in the house. And
what was your talent?
My talent is modeling. I love dancing.
Ooh, dancing. You're going to dance for us before you leave the studio today.
Okay.
Just kidding. Okay, so go ahead.
I love dancing. By God's grace, I won't be an actress. By God's grace, I'll go into that, but gradually.
So being in the house sort of, developed your skills.
Yes, and also my confidence. Because I'm a very, very shy type. In fact, I can't even talk to people. But now, when I went for the reality show, at least I can still talk to people and It's
What was
there.
it you thought that made you win the competition? What was it? What was that unique, thing about you that made you win the competition?
Okay, the unique thing about me is that there's a saying, the people you meet in life matters how far you go in life. First of all, big shout out to people who voted me, supported me, my mom, my management, and to Mr. Lawansko who voted me. Big shout out to you all. I love you. One thing that made me win the competition, I won't say I'm the best of the best. Was because I never gave up. Even despite the fact people always talk, even talk about me in the house like Sunny feet, every time Sunny feet. But I didn't let what people said to me get into my head. I was like, you can
focus.
I was focused, yes. I was like, I don't care about what people are saying, I just have to focus. And whenever Captain gave us a task, I try my best, I put in my best. In every task they give to us, it can come, okay, act like a mad woman now. It can come, okay, let's make an epic movie, me and other people. I just put in my best. In everything you do, what's doing, just do your best in it.
Yeah.
So that's what made me different.
Now that the competition is over and, well, welcome back into the world, real world. What's next for you as the winner?
Okay. What I have, my plans right now, after this whole stuff, I want to go back to school because I school in Benin Republic, Cotonou.
Okay.
I want to go collect my results because I wrote my final exam before coming for this show. Economics.
Oh, okay.
Yes. After that, I also want to visit. I just want to do something like I want to give hands to the poor.
Okay.
Like part of my prize, what I earned, the gifts they give to me as the winner. Maybe I'll just go for something like I will pad ladies. I can go to a school, a secondary school, just give them pad, educate young ladies and all. Or I'll go to an orphanage home and do something there.
Okay. All right. Amen. I'm wishing you all the best.
Thank
and congratulations
you.
once
Thank you very
again
much.
on being the winner of this. I mean, it's a big feat. I mean, it's not everyone that gets into competitions and, win. It's true, right?
Yeah, very true.
Tell them.
That's true.
I am so loving your confidence.
Thank you.
Well done.
Thank you very much.
Done. And, well, Faith Sani there. Beautiful young girl. Wishing her the best. And, yes, we're heading over to the kitchen. Mike, talk to us. Mike, don't try me with that.
I'm good. Go.
Do not try me.
Talk to us. We're going to focus on your interview there, Jade. So, yeah, Chef Belinda. Hi, Chef Belinda is getting rice ready. Now, I will need you to take a look at the pomo. I'm going to count it.
As in, this pomo, you did justice to it.
I'm going to count the pomo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
Come and put the pomo inside the pot. Come and put inside the pot. 19, 20. Come and add it to this thing. Add it. It's okay. So you don't want it to get missing.
At all.
I add it to this.
I should add it?
Yes. Please.
Okay. First of all, we start with 22 pomo first.
Thank you, Dad.
22. So that's 22. This is like 1/5 of that. So this should be like 35. Yeah.
All right.
But we first of all put our okporoko, the stronger fish them, and then we put our beef, and then we have our croaker fish, and then finally the pomo is the last thing to go inside that particular
when
piece.
this gets cooked, we'll remove the fish and then continue cooking others. So
Okay, if you are just joining us, Belinda, Chef Belinda, what are we cooking today?
We're making afang soup.
Afang soup, if you just join us. And the ingredients that we have here, like you just saw earlier, we've got meat there, beef, and then we've got quite a lot of protein when it comes to fish. There's okporoko, there's mini prawns, there's banla, there's dry fish. These are the mini prawns, and then of course our crayfish is grounded, right?
Yes.
Okay, we have a pepper mix. This is our oat swallow.
Yes.
There's a palm oil. This is the afang leaf, and of course water leaf. Now we have two options. We're going to do one. You can have rice with it, and then you can also have swallow with it. So this is the rice that we're getting set here, and putting it into this. It's a riverine food. It's from Akwa Ibom State. And yeah, that's it. Afang soup. Not so many people know how to cook it because that you have the liver and all that and put it inside doesn't mean that you know how to cook. But there's one person that can teach you, that you can learn from how to put this meal together. That person will be Chef Belinda.
Yo.
And then we have seasoning also. There's also
yes,
seasoning.
we have seasoning, we have salt, we season that one. And
Okay, we season that one, eh?
Yes,
okay.
we've salted.
All right. How long will this mix stay for?
In another 10 minutes, we'll remove the fish. Then we'll allow the beef and stockfish to cook a bit.
Okay.
Maybe extra.
Producer, please, there's no beautiful game today. We are going to come back to the kitchen to focus on this meal.
We'll focus on the focus, game. Right?
If you want to know football, go to Live Score or something. Go and watch. You go and see the score. Or go and watch the highlights somewhere else. We are going to focus on the kitchen today. That's because we're just starting. I just seen it. If you just join us once again, we've got afang soup well prepared here with swallow. That's what we're doing here. So this, I would have thought this one will come in early, but it's like this one will come in much later.
No, when the meat is cooked, let the meat cook.
So that's the thing here. At times, soup can seem so easy to cook. Yeah, but then different people cook it in different ways and it doesn't come out the same way. Is it about timing when to put the things? Because sometimes people just pack everything, just put in all at once and they're done with soup.
Last it will become soup.
Okay, but it's yes, timing. Timing is important. Yeah?
Yes. Even when you are adding the leaves, timing is also important. You add the water leaf first. So you know this water leaf has water. That's why it's water leaf. So this one has to drain because afang soup does not really need much water. So you add the water leaf first, let it dry up. And this broth that we have here, we have to reduce it to an extent so it not be too much because we really don't need much water in the soup. So this one will dry up and then the water will reduce before we introduce
you can see, so that is a technique there, like
yes,
you mentioned.
Yes,
it's a technique. So that's why this one has to come first.
Yes, for the
wonderful,
water leaf, yes.
Wonderful. We're learning quite a lot here. I'm learning quite a lot. I just saw something on social media now. They said, any bachelor that cooks moi, run away. You don't want marry.
You too cook.
You too patient. Well, okay, we're here with Chef Belinda having fun in the kitchen. Don't go anywhere. The first lap of the show is done. We'll take this very, very short recess. We'll be back with the second lap. Credit Alert featuring Pato Ranking. Okay, well, that will be a wonderful, wonderful way to kickstart your weekend. Let's take a look at what the weather is like.
Thanks for staying with us. I've got an interesting personality here with me on the couch. He's Rick Akan. He's an actor, model, TV host, and many more. Welcome.
Thank you very much. It's lovely to be here. I'm doing great. Thank you.
Good to have you here.
It's a pleasure to be here. Thank you.
So I recently watched African Magic Unscripted, and I thought to myself, I need to have this character on this show because you need to tell me so every time I watched Unscripted and I saw your character, I kept on wondering what is going on in his mind, what is going on in his head, because you sort of transitioned, from this cool, calm, collected guy to this aggressive person, and I'm like, okay, what's happening here? But hey, talk to us first about how you had to prepare for your role in AM Unscripted.
So preparing for Unscripted was very easy. I think it was very easy because if you speak to anyone who worked on Unscripted, they'll tell you that the environment we had there, the camaraderie, was so endearing. So it was awesome working with the cast and working with everyone backstage. But also, like when I speak about this, I also want to note some of the conversations that happened before even filming started. Director, Steph, super detailed. So we had like meetings and phone calls before filming started to explain, let's talk about the character. Who do you think this character is? This is what I think, this is what you think, let's find a way to mesh this together. And those sorts of conversations are very important because then you have a view of what the director wants you to do. And then it also feels like you also personalize the character a bit yourself because now it's your baby to take care of and nourish and like bring to life. So it was very easy. You work with people who make it easy. and that's what it was.
The movie industry right now is experiencing a shift where there's a lot more focus on the new generation, or let's say, yeah, new generation of actors and actresses, and there's a lot more focus on the Gen Zs. And AM Scripted was more like a platform that showcased up and coming movie stars to look out for, because every character stood out. Did you feel any sort of competition, any sort of tension, any sort of okay, no, it's my time, I need to shine, because
I can tell you nothing like that.
Okay.
Nothing, when we rapped on Scripted, people cried because we had to leave each other. That's the sort of energy that we had. It was so fun, and it was almost like a family. Like, you have this group of people, and they just get so in tune with the character and having so much fun working together. I'm thinking so many instances. There are some times where on set someone just breaks into a song and everyone just starts singing. Sometimes it's like everyone just wants to take pictures or have fun. A lot of even what you see in Unscripted wasn't even in the script. So it was that, like, characters, the character Cassie, for example,
Yeah.
the character Olamide, for example, those people really just took those characters and took off.
They did.
They really just took it and took off with it.
Yeah.
And then it was so, I never for once felt like on that set there was any kind of like competition or anything. No, it was so cool.
Now let's talk about you as an actor. I mean, you've been on this journey since 2020, and well, you have sort of experienced some downtimes and some good times. Talk to us about some of those experiences.
Well, in Nollywood, a phrase we use a lot is paying dues. So I think it's to be expected in a sense. Some people, very few people, have it in a way where they start and they really take off from there. But for most of us, we have to like get used to the idea that there will be a period where you will pay dues. You will work jobs that maybe you would prefer not to. You will maybe...
Have you worked jobs that you...
Oh, absolutely. Okay. I've done a lot of work for the exposure. So you will get a bit of that like when you start out, but then if you love it, and this is something that's always been important for me, right from when I was a kid, my understanding was I wanted to professionally pursue something that I loved and I enjoyed. Because in my mind, even if I were to look at it statistically, you will spend majority of your life at work. Your job is going to know you more than your wife or your kids or your parents or anything like that. So if you do something, if you're in a job or you're in a profession that you don't like, you do not enjoy, that's a large chunk of your life dedicated to misery.
Yeah.
Right? And then I feel like also to validate yourself as a human being, you owe it to yourself to feel like you're making progress, to feel like you're doing your best. I don't think you can really do that if you're waking up every morning not looking forward to what you do for work, right? But if you call me now, you tell me, yo, there's a movie, I like the script, I think you like the script. I'm excited already.
You're jumping.
You get energized.
I feel your passion, and recently the Nollywood industry experienced a huge loss.
Oh.
And that was Junior Pope alongside 3 other missing crew members.
Yes.
And it was a really sad event that shook the industry. And it also gave birth to a conversation that has been, it happens, and then, it dies down, it fades off because no one is really talking about it. But then, of course, I've also heard a few young artists talk about how the movie industry, how producers treats not just crew members, but also actors on set, especially the C-list, D-lists, and the, Wakapas actors, right? I would like to use that term so that it drives home the point. What are your thoughts on this? Have you ever experienced any sort of discrimination for being an upcoming artist on sets or anything of that sort? Talk to us, because, I mean, you're in the industry.
Well, I mean, I would say I've been privileged to work with people who are very, very empathetic and very, very observant of human interaction and just value on human lives and the rest. But I can't say it's something that I'm completely unaware of, that there are some times where people are not, I mean, I've been in movies where sometimes you're booked for a couple of days and they don't make arrangements for places for you to sleep. You know, and this is some of the things when I said I started earlier on. So I think we can do better. I think there are motions to do better. There's definitely also producers, directors, people who emphasize being able to take care of people. But like what happened, you know, I think that was yesterday. That tragedy, what makes it so painful was how avoidable it was, because it's a simple thing. It's just it's a simple safety precaution.
Precautions.
Like if you go on a boat, please have a life jacket on. Please make sure the boat is, you know, functioning well. It's bad enough that people may feel that you're not being treated well, but people not feeling safe, that's a completely different element. So it's so sad that this it didn't have to happen, to say that it had to, but it has happened. And someone is waking up now with no husband, and their kids now, their dad is gone. I think that we have a responsibility to do better moving forward.
Do you think that the Actors Guild of Nigeria is being fair with, you know, currently suspending the producer of the movie?
I think it's a necessary action.
Okay.
In a way, because I mean, we just talked about safety and the rest. I also think that I feel we need to develop a culture of prevention, as opposed to, because what I've heard that they've done is they've banned movies to be shot around rivers or anything like that. I don't think that's not. I mean,
that's not the solution.
That's not the solution. At some point, you can't hold that up forever.
Yeah.
So at some point, it has to be, okay, how do we create a culture that prioritizes safety of actors, safety of crew members,
safety
of everyone? So, you know, that's more what I feel they should be thinking about.
Rick, I know that Scene, right, is currently
airing
now. And quickly tell us where we could watch it up, so we could just look out for it.
Oh, Scene, African Magic Showcase, 8:30 p.m. Thursdays, Fridays, and it's on Showmax as well.
Thank you so much, Rick, for being here.
Thank you so much.
I had an interesting conversation with you.
Thank you very much.
Looking forward to your future project. All right, we have to head over to a musical performance now by Kosi. Kosi, how you doing, Kosi? Okay. Before we get the musical performance,
we will be here in the kitchen. And Chef Belinda, all right. So we're getting the water leaf inside now. Wonderful, 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 wonderful. So
while you will be turning that swallow, please turn the oatmeal swallow.
Yeah, see, this is double treat.
I hope you know how to turn amala. Just the way you turn amala.
I don't know how to turn amala.
Just pour it inside and then add fast so that thing will not start having lumps. So
let me add.
Add more than half. Just add. Then stir now.
I should stir now?
Yes, stir. Drop and stir. Stir very fast because you already wasted time.
Eh?
You know they cook for kitchen. See this guy shaking his hand. Okay, while you are stirring, I can add this one. Let me pour in this one for you. Okay. Yeah, stir very fast. Please, no lump, please. While I'm here with the water leaf.
Why is it looking like there's already lump?
Yeah, no, there's no lump. It will come out fine. Are you scared?
Are you sure?
It will come out fine. Don't worry. I'll add more powder to it. So the water leaf is doing well here. You see, I really didn't add much water from the broth because I want it to be thick. Yeah. Okay. I'll add more to that. Just stir very well so that it will not have lumps.
All right. We're getting set to have Kosi very soon. We'll be moving quite there in just a bit. But yeah, look at this. It's getting ready. This is our wheat, yeah?
Yes. No wheat, oatmeal swallow.
All right. So let's take a look at Kosi with that performance. By the time you get back,
everything here will be done.
Interesting performance there by Kosi. Credit a lot. Definitely what everybody wants to be receiving right about now. Welcome to the couch of Wake Up Nigeria.
Thank you. What's
How are
up?
you doing this morning?
I'm okay. And you?
Okay, I'm good. Not bad at all. So tell me, when you were putting that song together, what was, of course, it was money, but like, why did you see the need or feel the need to actually do that particular song?
I mean, that song is like a prayerful song that you can use every morning before going to work or going to school or whatever business you're doing, you know.
Yeah.
Just so I always love talking about things that happen on our daily that some people might not reason it out, but how you know, say, okay, when you get credit, you smile and stuff like that, or when they debit you, you're not happy and stuff. So just those kind of topics, you know, where it will also motivate you. Obviously, nobody likes when they debit them.
Of course.
Just some kind of motivational song you know,
Yeah.
to keep you going.
To keep people going
Exactly.
and all of that. And that's a video I actually played. And you actually featured a Pato ranking on that one. So why was he the choice for this particular song?
Actually, Pato, because first of all, it was all based on the vibe, you know, the energy with him and stuff like that. So he's been someone who has been supportive, and also my team was able to reach out to him easily, you know. So, and then we were definitely looking at. We had other options though, but he was one of those on our top, you know, leads and stuff. And he didn't even, you know, waste any time for his verse to be recorded and stuff. I think he took like 2 weeks and stuff.
Okay.
And he sent his verse and.
Okay, so who were the other options we had? Just so we know.
Okay, we had Fino.
Okay.
Yeah, we're looking at Fino. Yeah. Yeah, I think, yeah. And then, I think we're looking at Fino and Flavor.
And Flavor.
Yeah,
Okay, so now, Fino and Flavor, I can understand why. Do you know why? If I listen to this song on the radio, it gives me a very Eastern vibe, like Igbo vibe. So was that the plan?
That was the plan.
So that was the plan?
That was the plan. I mean, you know, being like a top artist from back home, where I'm from, you can't just come into a new industry. You know, you just want to do what every other artist can easily do. You know, so we just needed something that's gonna. Okay, first of all, who's this guy?
Yeah.
So he had to create that attention, you know, and stuff like that. So we didn't bother to, you know, get that sound where it will let people ask, okay, who's this guy? Where is he coming from? Now, Igbo guy.
Exactly.
You understand?
Yes.
So all those kind of things. So it was intentional. And then, you know, Pato just came in and, you know, blend everything. Like, obviously, everybody will be expecting the Fino flavor kind of. So he just came with his own, you know, vibe and, you know, Ogene is not really his thing like that. You know that Pato is a dancehall person, but the way he blended in it, you know, it just gave it a whole new vibe. So it seems like it's an Eastern vibe, like a cultural Ogene kind of song that has been brought some urban, like there's some urban touch in it right now. So
and I actually love the way you artists combine things these days. It actually just keeps on giving the sound of fresh, vibrant sound, literally just keeping it up there all the time. So now we know that your career started in Kumba, Cameroon. So let's go a little bit. So give me a little bit story of the trajectory of what your career musically has been like.
Well, I was born in the southwest, the southern part of Cameroon. And the English part of Cameroon. Yeah, so I was born in Kumba, raised in Kumba, schooled in Boya, went for my university in Boya, backed up for my degree in business management, and then later I got interested into music around 2017 while selling at my mom's shop. And this miracle just happened. My friend made me listen to an artist that I've been, from that day, I just got interested into music, which is Sarkodie.
Sarkodie,
from Ghana. So from that day, you know, I just got interested in music, just like, bam. It wasn't something that I planned doing because I had to go do my master's and stuff like that. So from that day, I started, you know, downloading his EPs, his albums and all that, listening to him and all that. So then 2019, I decided to take it professional. So we'll do freestyles, we'll do battles. Before 2019, we'll do battles, rap battles with friends and stuff like that. And also we started getting attention from the media, do covers and posts on Facebook and Instagram and all that. Then from there, I got my first record deal. They just called, hey, we like what you're doing. Can you come over? You know, so Douala is like the economic capital of Cameroon. It's like the Lagos here. So that's where entertainment is, booming and all that.
Yes.
So I just got a call that come over, we really want to work with you. So I got my first recording deal, 2 years signed. Then later, I became independent till today.
All right, you became independent till today. I love the way you put that. And of course, you're definitely known as a serial hit maker.
Yes, so.
Right, amazing. I mean, all over your socials, you literally can see you in pictures with Burna Boy, Kafi, and a whole lot more of other Nigerian, not only musicians, but content creators. So what is your love for Nigeria? Confess it now. What is your love for Nigeria?
Oh, yeah, first of all, like I told you, I'm from the English part of Cameroon.
Yeah.
And we have a lot of similarities in culture with Nigerian. So we speak the same pidgin that you guys speak. We speak English, as you can hear. Yeah. So some people might feel like, okay, Cameroon is just the French. They'll definitely expect you to say bonjour, ça va, et tout ça, tu vois?
Even the accent as well. Not so influenced,
Yeah. So I'm always the kind of person who loves to explore Africa entirely. I'm not there too much, this is my country, this is your own country. In as much as we are all black people, I feel like we are all in the same, I still see Africa as a country to me.
True.
United,
one big family.
One big, so I always like to explore. But so since Nigeria is like the closest neighbor to me, so I always come here every time, make sure that, meet other people, get used to, like presently, my team, they're all Nigerians.
They're all Nigerians?
Yeah.
See, guy, you're a lost Nigerian. Now, I'm going to talk about this skit you did, I don't know whether it was, it was a skit with Eniola.
Yeah.
You did say Cameroon jollof. Cameroon has jollof.
I wanted to ask the same.
You wanted to ask the same question? Now what, Nigeria has it? You will try it. You will try it. Anyways, it's about time we actually head over to the kitchen. You can actually smell the eyebrow.
Yeah.
I'm sure
I can feel the aroma
by now, right?
Yeah, of course.
We'll definitely have breakfast served for you. And don't repeat that statement. All right, so we head over to the kitchen right now.
Okay, all right.
Hey. Welcome to the kitchen, Kosi.
Thank you.
This is Chef Belinda.
Hello.
And this morning, she's made for you afang soup. Afang soup is the star dish here, but you can have it with rice or oatmeal.
Okay.
Yeah, so which would you prefer?
I think I'll go for rice.
Rice, okay. So here you go.
Okay.
So eat and give your verdicts.
Only the meat too.
So here's the cutlery.
All right.
For you.
Can we start with the meats first?
Anywhere.
Okay. Well, I know afang soup though.
Okay.
I tried it before with eba.
Eba. You like it?
Okay.
Okay.
Oh.
Wow. Yeah?
Okay.
Okay. Making you want to write a song.
Wow. So afang soup reminds me of a dish in Cameroon we call eel. So what do you use for?
Okay, there's some leaves you use for it. There's water leaf there, and there's a
water
leaf
leaf?
called afang leaf.
Okay.
Yes.
It's either called okazi leaf as well.
Yes, the Igbo call it okazi,
Okazi.
but the
Ibibius call it
afang. The original name is afang for this soup.
Okay. I mean, it's spicy. I love it.
All right, Chef Belinda, well done. It's been a wonderful time with you in the kitchen.
Yes,
and it's been a wonderful week. Thank you for being a part of the show from Monday up until Friday. I will see you tomorrow, but we will see you on
Monday.
Sunday. But I'm expecting some credit a lot. But how debit's no good day? Now only credits.
May the debit who?
Yeah?
May the debit be.
They should not debit. You don't have debit a lot. Only credit.
No.